This is the feed to the bottom lamp cluster on the Volvo V70. So there are blue, red, pink, grey and black wires here. And by turning the fog light on and measuring what turns on here, I measured that the pink cable here is the one that has the fog light voltage. When you turn on the fog light, this wire here goes up towards battery voltage. The signal then comes through this junction box here and then out to the back of the unit here, and the connection is here. So the bulb unit is this one here, which has this 21, so it's a twin filament. One is 4 watts and one is 21 watts, and if you buy one of these, the pins are not perpendicular, not 180 degrees apart, there's a slight angle, so you have to be a bit careful what you get. There are the 21 5 watt bulbs, are the pins are the same orientation but at 180 degrees apart, so they won't fit, as I know, having had one of those. That then shoves into there, just like that. Now the connection for the fog light is this one here, so this has got to touch this frame here to turn the fog light on. So when this goes into here, it's got to touch this piece here. So when the bulb's installed, then the little electrode there, this electrode here, has got to connect to this conductor here, like that. So you've got to make sure that there's a good contact there. You can put silicone grease on if you want, just to stop it tarnishing and that, but as long as there's a mechanical contact. But the other feature, if it's not connecting, you've got to bend it a little bit just to make it connect. The other feature, I hope you can see here, is that this unit here, this square unit here, it's supposed to be riveted, a little hole here with a rivet that goes through, and that rivet has not been done properly, so this thing is stretching up and down, and when it pulls too far away, that stops the fog light from operating. So you've got two things to look for. One is this electrode is not connecting, and secondly, this unit here can be loose, so I will try and re-weld this thing back into position when I put the thing back together again. But other than that, the thing is working fine. But those are the main points. It's taken me a long time to find it, but eventually I have. So the idea here is to take this pin, it's actually a stainless steel pin, but it has a quite small head, doesn't really matter what it is, and heat it with the propane torch, and then use that to redo the rivet on the electrical connection. So we'll give that a go. That seems to have worked. There's no tendency for that plastic to lift up anymore. It's being held down by that welded rivet, and I think that's going to be fine. I did wonder about doing the other ones, but rather than risking damaging them, I think I'll just leave it and hope that that's it's certainly much better than it was, so we can put it back together again and see if it works. This is the bottom lamp assembly off the near side, the side nearest to the curb, and the fog light signal comes in on a pin here. Probably can't see it from the angle. It comes in on that pin, and then it connects into this piece of metal here, which should connect to here, but you can just see the edge here is a little bit jagged, and this piece looks like this is broken away. You can see it's moving a little bit. I can't actually get it to close up where I'd like it to, so I think this is zinc plated, so it's difficult to solder. I tried soldering, it won't solder, so what I'm going to do is to spot weld in a little junction piece, a little bit of nickel junction piece in here to hopefully restore the connection and have the thing working. It's surprising how it's failed completely differently on one side of the car compared to the other. The other option would be to buy a completely new light assembly, but I'd rather not do that if I don't have to. So I'm hoping that I can spot weld a piece in here to repair it. So this is the setup. The piece of nickel has been put in where it needs to be, and then just have to hold it with the one of the electrodes. The first one didn't take. The attempt at spot welder didn't go well, so I'm trying some of this Topnic TS81, which is a strong flux for steels. I've tried a little bit here. I put a little dab of the flux on here and then soldered it. It soldered very well. There's a nice bead there, so I'm hoping I can do the same up here. So I'm just going to use a very small amount of this flux. It's a sort of gel-like. Too much. That's probably a bit too much flux, but for an experiment, let's see if we can solder some thing on there. So that looks like it's putting a reasonable amount of yeah, it's definitely forming a solder connection, and then we'll try and solder a piece of wire across here. I'll tin a piece of wire and try and solder it across there, and hopefully if that works, then that will solve the problem. So quite a messy job, but I think that's actually soldered thanks to that flux, and I think that will work.